For more news, like, comment, and subscribe. Space Chief warns advanced weapons able to destroy U.S. satellites developed by adversaries. A United States Space Force general warned that space has become a war-fighting domain, just like air, land, and sea, with the newly created branch of the military facing new challenges and evolving threats. General John William J. Raymond, who is the Chief of Space Operations for the U.S. Space Force, appeared on Washington Post's The Path Forward to claim that China, which was earlier designated a pacing threat, and Russia have developed weapons that can either disrupt our satellites or destroy our satellites, from on the ground or in space, or in cyber. It is something that has really materialized here over the last handful of years, said the general, adding, "Our view is that although it is a war-fighting domain, our goal is to not get into a conflict that begins or extends into space. Our goal is to deter that from happening. We do not want to get into a conflict that begins or extends into space." The general weighed in on the recent annual threat assessment report released in mid-April by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, which stated, China has already fielded ground-based, anti-satellite weapons, missiles intended to destroy satellites in low Earth orbit, and ground-based ASAT lasers probably intended to blind or damage sensitive space-based optical sensors on LEO satellites. As it assessed a multitude of threats to the U.S., against the backdrop of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, such as nation-state competitors, like China and Russia, weapons of mass destruction and climate change, it underscored China's reported preparedness to wield ASAT, anti-satellite, weapons to destroy American satellites. Agreeing with the testimony, the general said a whole spectrum of threats ranged from reversible jamming of communications satellites and GPS satellites to lasers ostensibly being used to blind or dazzle U.S. satellites. It was emphasized that Chinese satellite Shenzhen-17 has got a robot arm that can reach out and grab other satellites. Our goal is to deter that. The full weight of the joint force will be employed to be able to deter that conflict from happening, he added. The remarks by General Raymond come as a record number of Russian aircraft reportedly intercepted off North America's west coast has sparked U.S. concerns. We have certainly seen an increase in Russian activity. We intercepted over 60 aircraft last year. We monitor more than that, Lieutenant General David Crum stated in late April from Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, Alaska, during an online forum hosted by the Air Force Association. That number marked the most interactions in the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone, spanning 200 nautical miles into international airspace, since the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, according to an Air Force Times report. If you like this video, hit the notification button for more news. Thank you for watching.